Hi everyone, welcome back to the Intro to Building series. I'm Sean, and in this lesson we're diving into the column block, the final foundational layer in the container row column structure of Refoundry layouts. In the row lesson, we introduced how column widths function, but here we'll dive deeper, exploring how columns give you precise control over your layout, spacing, and alignment. Columns in Refoundry combine the styling and grouping abilities of a container block with the flexibility to manage the layout of contained elements like a row block. You can only add a column block into a row block. And just to show, if you try to add a column block to something that it won't be allowed in, which is anything that is in a row, you'll see nothing will show up. But if I select my row block, there it is right there. When column blocks are first added, their default width is 12. That's because Refoundry uses a 12-column grid system, which allows you to set column widths flexibly from 1 to 12 units. This system lets you create a wide range of layout configurations. If the widths of columns in a row add up to more than 12, then the excess columns automatically move to a new row. So I'll set this one to 8. And if I add another column, you can see this moves down one row. This means that you don't always need to add an additional row block. One of the primary reasons for this is that we're going to want columns to be different widths at different breakpoints, which means we're going to have different amounts of blocks on each row, and we need the flexibility to be able to choose what that looks like. So for example, I'll make this 4 columns, and I'll give it a color just so we can see it. And then I will duplicate it, and I will give this one a different color, and then I will duplicate that and give it finally another color. If I duplicate one of these columns to exceed 12, you can see that it now moves to another layer, and I can continue to do that, and it will continue to move it to the next layers. So let's add some blocks here. I'll make this a headline. Just make it a little smaller for illustration purposes. And give this a button. Just make these white so we can see them. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about padding. So we can add padding to the inside of a column. So for an example, now that I have content inside of here, maybe I don't want this content to be quite so close to the edges of my container. So I can give it a little bit of room on the inside of the block. Just to help it give some more space. And this could be true of a nested container or any other objects or blocks that we want to put inside of a column. So we always have this ability to manage the amount of space inside of the column as well. Okay, let's move on to flex alignment. So columns have the same flex blocks controls as a row. So for example, on this column, I can choose flex. And like on the row, the default is row as a flex direction, so I can change this back to column. Now, align is going to be stretch by default, so if I would like it just to simply align on the left, I can choose start. And then I could actually choose vertical alignment, so justify center. So for example, if this column were to get way taller, we'll just throw some big padding, you can see now that these blocks have been aligned inside of this space. So this is a really handy way to be able to control different types of alignments of objects within our columns. Similarly, we have other directions that we can choose, like row reverse and column reverse, that work just the same way as row. And similarly, we have the start, center, end, and stretch that are the same as row, and as well the alignment. So space between will do exactly the same thing. It will spread these items out equally within the space that it has. And just like a row, we can set these settings by device. So if on a phone, with this column being full width, I'll just make the other ones full width as well for illustration purposes. But say, for example, I wanted these objects to be centered on phone, I can now go to Display, Flex, Column, Center. All right, so that wraps up our introduction to the column block. With an understanding of the 12-column grid, padding for inner space, and how the flex alignment controls work for columns and the objects that it contains, you're now equipped to start using these core tools to build whatever layouts that you want. If you have any questions or want to learn more, feel free to reach out to us through our website or book a demo. Happy building, and see you in the next lesson.